When you think of cults, the mind often drifts to secrecy, manipulation, and control. Few organizations embody those characteristics as chillingly as the Children of God. Founded in 1968 by David Berg, this notorious group lured people under the guise of faith and community while subjecting its members, adults and children alike, to unimaginable horrors. This video delves into the origins, manipulative practices, and long-lasting impact of the Children of God, exposing the dark truths that survivors have fought to bring to light. David Berg, also known as Moses David among his followers, founded the Children of God in Huntington Beach, California, during the countercultural wave of the late 1960s. Raised by devoutly religious parents, Berg combined his evangelical upbringing with a countercultural ethos to attract disillusioned youth. His group initially promoted peace, love, and faith, but behind this facade lay a sinister agenda. Berg claimed to be the end-time prophet and preached apocalyptic prophecies. He demanded total loyalty from his followers, instructing them to sever ties with their families, donate all worldly possessions, and embrace a communal lifestyle. By the early 1970s, the group expanded to over 10,000 members spread across 130 communes worldwide. Berg used his charisma to establish himself as the ultimate authority, cementing his power over his followers' lives. The Children of God operated as a tightly controlled authoritarian society. Through his infamous Mo letters, Berg issued directives that governed every detail of daily life. These letters were a mix of religious doctrine, apocalyptic prophecies, and personal musings, often illustrated with graphic, disturbing imagery. Life within the cult stripped individuals of autonomy. Parents were not allowed to raise their own children. Instead, the group functioned as a single family with Berg at the center. Education was deemed unnecessary because of Berg's apocalyptic predictions that the world would end in 1993. Children were denied schooling and instead raised to believe they were chosen ones destined to ascend to heaven. One survivor described the environment as a place where your individuality was erased, and your sole purpose was to serve the leader's vision. Perhaps the most horrifying aspect of the Children of God was its twisted doctrine surrounding love and sex. Berg redefined biblical teachings to justify sexual exploitation, coercing members into sharing intimacy with others, often against their will. Tragically, this exploitation extended to children who were subjected to systematic abuse under the guise of spiritual duty. In the 1970s, Berg introduced flirty fishing, a practice that instructed women to use their sexuality to recruit new members. Women, even those married with children, were coerced into seducing potential converts. Survivors like Sylvia Padilla recalled being ostracized and labeled unloving if they refused to comply. Berg recognized the power of music as a propaganda tool. The cult produced albums and videos that seemed wholesome on the surface but were often laced with extremist messages. Songs like "Kathy Don't Go" warned of a dystopian future where biblical prophecies dictated human behavior. Celebrities like Rose McGowan and the Phoenix siblings, including actors Joaquin and River Phoenix, spent parts of their childhood in the cult. While McGowan described her experience as terrifying, Joaquin Phoenix noted that his parents left as soon as they recognized the group's dark intentions. The trauma endured by members left scars that lasted a lifetime. Many former members struggled with addiction, mental health issues, and PTSD. The cult's leader, David Berg, died in 1994, but his influence continued under the leadership of Karen Zerby, who rebranded the group as the Family International. One of the most tragic cases is that of Ricky Rodriguez, the son of Zerby and a former cult member. Born into the group and raised as a messianic figure, Rodriguez endured unspeakable abuse. After leaving the cult, he struggled to reconcile his past and ultimately took his own life after killing one of his abusers, Angela Smith. Despite its rebranding efforts, the Family International failed to escape its dark past. Membership plummeted from over 10,000 to fewer than 1,500. Survivors continue to advocate for justice, sharing their stories to raise awareness about the group's abuses. Today, the cult exists mainly as a small online community, with Karen Zerby's current whereabouts unknown. The story of the children of God serves as a stark warning about the dangers of blind faith and unchecked power. For survivors, sharing their truths is a means of healing and ensuring that future generations recognize and resist manipulative organizations like the children of God. If you or someone you know is experiencing abuse, resources like the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233, can provide help and support. This video is dedicated to the resilience of the survivors who continue to shine a light on the atrocities they endured. May their courage inspire vigilance and compassion in all of us. Thank you for exploring this journey with me. If you find value in understanding these complex and often dark realities, please consider subscribing. Until next time, stay safe.